But I'm saying it all the way throughout the video. Like I start the Von video off where I'm talking about his father getting killed and him being a product of this environment.
I'm not judging your intentions at all. I don't think you're out here looking to do bad shit or be evil. I've never said that. So I don't want you to get defensive on that. I'm not sitting here saying you're the fucking devil. But if somebody calls you a culture vulture, what does a vulture do but not feed on death?
You are now watching Gotham City Live. Join us as we take a deep dive, pause, into the abyss of American absurdity where lunacy and debauchery take center stage.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Gotham City Live. And listen, I ain't gonna hold you up too long. I got a good one for you today, though. I got a really good one. I got Harry Potter and the Hotep who never would. That's what I got. Hey, listen to me. Joanne Rowling, you know that bitch JK? Joanne Rowling couldn't write a better novel. Okay? Harry Potter and the cynical weaponization of identity politics. Another disgusting one. Okay, so if you didn't know, the great Trap Lord Ross, was on Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion podcast, accompanied by Adam22, you know, Big Deuce Deuce, pause. Anyway, they were on Math Hoffa's podcast, and Math Hoffa's Hotep co-host decided to turn this into a disgusting display of the cynical weaponization of identity politics. Let's get into it.
If we're rallying back, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. The fact is, this is your lane. This is what you've done. This is the attention you've called to it. I don't know how many deaths have happened because of what you've covered.
0.
Okay, you're sure about
0.
that? You're sure about that?
You saying I got bodies?
No.
That's crazy.
I'm also...
Right, and right off the bat, the God Trap Lord Ross disarms the room with a nice little jokey joke. A nice little jokey joke for levity's sake. But anyway, the reality is that's a disgusting insinuation. How dare this guy insinuate that there's any bodies that you can associate with Trap Lord Ross based on the videos he produces? This guy's gonna reach. This guy, the entire podcast, the guy does a Michael Jordan Space Jam reach, my nigga. How many bodies and are you sure? Ha!
I'm also not laughing at it because all the bodies we're talking about are black. So I'm not okay to joke about that.
Black? Are you fucking serious? I'm sorry. We're gonna get into this. But that is insane. That's not... This nigga unironically just invoked the black bodies meme on some Robin DiAngelo, a Ibram X Kendi type shit. He's really an Ibram X Kendi kind of nigga. A Hotep who is cynically weaponizing race yet again, because that's all these people have. I don't want to bury the lead here, but stick around, it's gonna get nastier and nastier. But that's nuts.
I've been doing hip-hop content before the gangster shit.
Well, we don't think Dirk has bodies, for the record.
Right, that again, not the point. Not the point. Like,
yeah, nobody's saying that here.
Yeah,
not Dirk be pushing the violence.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm making responsible content that's given a factual summary of what's going on in hip-hop. And I think a lot of it's negative.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Is your content sexy?
That's also not the question, because you're not covered. This isn't hip hop. This is crime.
It's gangster rap drill music.
Right.
Which
crime.
is the most popping subgenre in hip hop right now.
Crime.
Yeah, but is that his fault? Is that his fault? Let's have an honest conversation about what's going on here, okay? Is it really Trap Lord Ross's fault that there is this level of violence in hip hop and there's this morbid curiosity and morbid fascination with street shit? It sells. It's literally the most popular subgenre of hip hop, as he said. Are you really gonna blame a cultural issue on one guy? Or is it really just that you got a convenient white guy to blame? Be honest, guy.
Gangster rap.
But there are plenty of other genres you could cover.
And I've been covering them. You see my Eminem video? No one wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about it.
You have a Kendrick video?
Yeah.
You have a Kendrick
When Kendrick met Obama, I got a whole video on it. No one watched it, but it's there.
There's plenty of other genres you could be covering. What kind of point is that? What kind of point is that?
What kind of shot is that?
What other genre of music has this subculture of violence that's attached to it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If you want to say that you just don't like the fact that somebody from mixed company is talking about the darker aspects of hip hop, that's a you issue, guy. That's a you issue. This ultimately boils down to the fact that this guy here, Mecca, doesn't like the fact that a white guy has the same morbid fascination and curiosity with street shit as everybody else, as other black people.
Okay, but you stop that.
I'd still be doing it here and there.
Here and there, but not
Because drill music's the most popping thing.
you
Kendrick
know-
ain't out here like that.
Drill music is the most popping thing because it's celebrating death.
And I think the rappers are the celebrating death the most. You're trying to blame me.
No,
No,
I'm making
no,
you.
we're not
blaming you.
No, don't help him. I'm making you. I'm making you responsible for what you're doing.
I'm doing it responsibly.
He's telling
bro.
the story in a responsible manner.
I'm telling it responsibly.
No,
Dirk is out here saying, I mean, I could quote 100 different Dirk
he said
lyrics that are
no.
like these beautiful little pieces of poetry that are basically encouraging more death. And they're catchy, and people use them as their Instagram captions. And that is so much more convincing in terms of somebody who might be kind of like on the edge of killing someone than him doing a 3-hour documentary that seeks to add context and explain exactly what happened in a certain situation.
Okay, let's get real here. The idea that these kids who listen to hip hop or that particular type of hip hop want to be more like Trap Lord Ross than the actual rapper. The idea that a guy like Trap Lord Ross or even, I don't know, DJ Academics, they said the same thing about him when he did the War in Chirac thing. They don't want to be like DJ Academics. They want to be like Vaughn. They want to be like Dirk. The rappers have more of a social responsibility than anybody else because they're the ones who have fans. They're the ones who are talking to millions of people. They're the ones who are giving implicit permission to little white kids in the suburbs to mock the death of a 15-year-old black boy when they say shit like smoking on that Tuka pack.
And again, we're shifting it. We're moving the bar over to the rappers. I'm not talking about them. We get it, them too. We're not happy in the black community that we have this much death going on.
Yeah.
You dig? We're not happy.
That's the
about
real
that.
shit.
Of course it is, but we're not happy about that. I'm talking to you about you. When I talk to you about them, they'll be here. They're not here to answer for it. You're here to answer for you. I'm not making you responsible for what Dirk says, NBA says, Teddy Riley says. I'm not making you responsible for any of that stuff. However, as a journalist, I would wonder how I would sleep at night if I knew that I was making someone who is doing this kind of music this popular. And what kind of influence?
They're
Please
already
not make 'em popular.
Bro, they're already
This popular. 10 million plus subscribers
People
on your
acting like
joint.
Vaughn was
Vaughn's
nobody. He
biggest
was the
songs probably have
biggest out.
hundreds of millions of views.
He's
And for the people who want to be like Vaughn, they're not.
I mean, look at this guy. He's flustered. He's fucked. He's fucked. He knows he's making dumb fuck points. He's out of it. And he's never been challenged like this. That's why he's taking his glasses off like that. He's never been challenged like this before. He expects these guys, these two white guys, to back down and capitulate to dumb fuck arguments because he's a black man. That's basically what's happening here. We all know it. And it needs to be said.
I just feel like did you watch the whole Vaughn video?
No, I've watched tons of it, but again,
It's a somber affair.
It's sad.
Again,
It's a sad story.
They're all sad stories. None of them end well.
Yeah,
that doesn't
right.
stop people from wanting to do it.
Some end well.
But is your
some, but not all.
But you're saying all this like I haven't got a video on Fabio being like, this
No.
guy got out of that shit. He's successful. You don't do any of that shit anymore.
Is
I'm
your
doing
argument that nobody should make content about this shit at all?
No.
That nobody should ever try to decode a rap song and
just-
figure out what they're talking about?
Almost there. You're almost there. You almost got it. Pause. You almost got it. Almost. He's about to make the point. We're almost done, folks.
No, my argument is there's a consequence behind everything you do. There's a consequence behind whatever you do, no matter how well you think you're doing or what the intentions are. There's going to be a consequence. There's always a consequence. Somebody's always going to have to pay for something.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He said he got death threats.
I'm a journalist, bro. There's consequences for what I've done. When I've covered a good story, there's a consequence behind it. Can I live with it? Sure.
But he's not in denial about the possibility of there being consequences.
But what I am, the thing that I'm putting down here. The thing that I'm putting down here.
Go. Get him the fuck out of here, Mav. Get him the fuck. Look at Mav's face. Now look at Mav's face. Get him the fuck out of here. Incoherent babble, incoherent nonsense. Okay? He's got nothing else to say. He's done. He's finished. Stick a fork in him.
But I'm saying it all the way throughout the video. Like I start the Von video off where I'm talking about his father getting killed and him being a product of his environment.
I'm not judging your intentions at all. I don't think you're out here looking to do bad shit or be evil. I've never said that. So I don't want you to get defensive on that. I'm not sitting here saying you're the fucking devil, but if somebody calls you a culture vulture, what does a vulture do but not feed on death?
The culture vulture thing's just cap. I'm just saying that. Are
What
you
is-
saying I'm a
what-
culture
that shit
vulture?
old
No,
school.
That's what you're trying to say.
I said, what does a vulture do
do?
but not feed on death?
I
I
ain't
don't
one.
think you're intentionally doing any of the things that I'm talking about.
I honestly feel like.
Hold on, let me just
storytelling.
finish this. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? I heard that one time, long time ago, when I was a kid. I talked to an imam, a Muslim religion, and he said, "No, don't believe that." He said, "Allah will judge you by your intentions, because there are no perfect men, but there are perfect intentions."
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
I feel like the rappers make it look cool. I make it look sad.
That's right.
Rappers are not always trying to make it look cool either.
Bro, Von made killing people look lit.
That's one
Maybe
dude.
more than anybody.
Dirk
ever.
make killing people
That's-
look
that's-
lit.
How the
Young
fuck
boy
did you
make
get
killing
into
people-
Every
Von?
single one of these drill
I need to
rappers
know,
is
like,
attempting to
he's a
pull
fan.
off what
But
Von
how?
did.
How did you find King Von?
I
Like,
don't
why
listen to
King
nothing
Von?
but hip-hop my whole- Von was popping. This is the big
Yeah,
act like
I
Von was
don't-
just not.
Anybody
Von
who's
was
paying
just
attention.
down.
You never had a
Rap.
UK tour or nothing like. How did?
Bro, it's all on the internet, bro. They love
Yeah,
Von
I
music.
don't care.
Everyone loves Von in the UK.
I don't care about how popular the dude is.
Everyone loves
I
Von
don't
in the
care.
UK.
I don't care about how popular the dude is.
Yeah, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Of course you don't, because you're sitting across from a convenient white guy to hate. That's the whole point, idiot. The whole point is the fact that the rapper is way more popular than this guy can ever imagine he could be. Are you joking? To put these two on par is ridiculous. The guy is just hurling shit. He's just hurling shit at this point.
But you care about how
music
popular
is
I
great.
am, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Why not them, though? Von's 10 times more
But
popular
stop,
than me.
stop aiming
And
it at
pushing
them. Yo,
negativity.
bro, labels are more popular than
Right,
rappers.
you would
but
not
look
have
at the
this-
kind they
Bro,
sign. Look at the kind of rappers they sign.
Bring this energy to Empire Records. They're doing more damage.
Who told you I
does.
don't?
He does.
Who told you I don't?
Meg do this shit on tape,
Who
bro.
told you I
Well,
don't?
then
Y'all know, y'all watch the
Who
show.
Who told you I don't?
Meg does this
Play
shit
that.
You
all
talking
day.
about watching shows like
day.
you must have me confused,
You never watched
bro.
this show.
Okay,
Yeah, you never
I
watched
back
this show.
down everyone by myself.
Word.
Me. I
Nah, I'll
stood
be
toe to
helping.
toe with any kind of CEO, with any kind of fucking
I'm
suit,
with that.
and pointed them right in the face and said, "You're responsible for this. This kid's gone. You're responsible for this.
Right.
You're paying your fucking lease, or for this kid being fucking gone." And what kind of dude would I be if I took that kind of energy with labels who only sign dudes who make the kind of music that you're covering,
Right.
and not say that to you to your face? You think I'm gonna let you walk out of here and say it after you leave? No, bro. There's a level of responsibility that everyone has to take. Is there some extra spice on it because you're white? Yes, unfortunately.
There we go.
Unfortunately, yes.
You see? And there you go. There you go. He said it. He said it. He finally grew some balls and actually said the quiet part loud. You know what I mean? It's worse. Is it a little bit spice on it? Is that what he said? Is there a little bit more spice on it because you're white? Seriously? How the fuck does that make sense? If we're talking about what has harm or harmful effects on the culture, you got to point to the rapper first. You got to point to the guys out here talking about the ops that they have and who they're spitting on. All right? And actually incriminating their own selves in their own music. To put a guy like Trap Lord Ross or Academics or Vlad, because Vlad gets some of this too as well. to put these guys on par with the negative effect of rappers talking about murder, yeah, you're a hotep who refuses to take responsibility for the fucked up aspects of our culture. Okay, let's just be honest. I'm from this shit too. Okay, but I can take responsibility for the fact that this is the more darker aspect of the culture. This is not indicative of all of it. No one's saying this is representative of all of hip hop, but it's definitely here.